This 4-year-old girl's body was found at the bottom of a lake in a suitcase, and the prime suspect is her grandfather. This is the case of Rose Pizem. Quick trigger warning that this video does involve the unaliving of a minor, and a quick disclaimer that I'm just a girl and not a lawyer, and all this information is publicly available. Rose Pizem was the cutest, sweetest little girl. She was born on October 3rd, 2003. Our story starts out with her mother and her father. Her father's name was Benjamin Pizem, and her mother was Marie Charlotte Renault. They were young parents in their early 20s just figuring out life with their brand new baby. So about a year after Rose was born, the family packed up and moved to Israel so that Benjamin could meet his 45-year-old father named Ronnie Ron, who he had never met before. The family thought, hey, this is a great time to, reach out and meet my dad. I just had a kid, so I want to reconnect with my father because I'm a father to this young baby. And this is where things start to get a little weird, and the family dynamic became a little bit complicated. So the family goes to Israel to meet Ronnie Ron, and Marie Charlotte, Rose's mom, stays in Israel with Ronnie Ron, and then Benjamin goes back to Paris with Rose. So just so we're all on the same page, Ronnie Ron and Marie Charlotte, Benjamin's father and Rose's mother, stay in Israel together. Benjamin and Rose go back to France. While in Israel, Ronnie Ron and Marie reportedly developed a romantic relationship. Yeah, you heard that right. The child's mother began a relationship with her father-in-law. And then a few months later, Rose went back to Israel to her mother and grandfather after a big blown up custody battle in December of 2004. So over the next 4 years, she was under the care of Marie and Ronnie Ron. So stay with me here. And then in 2008, Rose's paternal great-grandmother, so her dad's grandma, alerted welfare authorities because she hadn't seen Rose in a while. And the investigation revealed that Rose had been taken by Ronnie Ron at some point. So officials launched an investigation searching for Rose and Ronnie Ron. Investigators interviewed everyone who had seen or heard from either Rose or Ronnie Ron in the past few months to see if they could figure out where they were. In media comments, Benjamin described Ronnie Ron as, quote, manipulative, and he expressed his hope that his daughter was still alive somewhere, because he hadn't been allowed to talk to her or see her since she moved to Israel. And Benjamin denied any allegations that he abused Rose. Investigators later came to the conclusion that they believed Ronnie Ron unalived Rose, stuffed her body into a suitcase, and then dumped it into the Yarkon River north of the Tel Aviv. And then that theory was later supported by the police's finding of human remains in a suitcase at the bottom of that lake, just weeks later. Thankfully, the mother and grandfather were arrested and charged. The mother, Marie Charlotte, was suspected of complicity, and the grandfather, Ronnie Ron, was suspected of direct responsibility for the crime. During the trial testimony, Marie Charlotte described how Rose had serious behavioral difficulties when she returned to Israel, and how the environment was tense. There were also allegations that came to light during the trial of mistreatment of Rose by Ronnie Ron. The Guardian reported that up to 3 months might have passed from when Rose was unalived to when her body was dumped in the river. And in 2011, both were convicted in connection with the unaliving of Rose. Rose was just 4 years old. She was the cutest, sweetest little girl. I mean, look at her. She had such a beautiful life ahead of her. She deserves our remembrance. This case was a lot. It was really confusing, and I really tried to explain the family tree and the moving of everyone at all times as best as I could, and hopefully the visuals help. But that one was a wild goose chase, to say the least. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments, especially on the mother dating the father-in-law. That part really was like, whoa, something's off here. That part struck me as very odd, to say the least. I post true crime videos, so if you like this type of content, follow so you don't miss my next video, and please stay safe out there because you never know what's right around the corner.